Okay, we're gonna get started in just a sec. They say just turn it down before you find your phone. You hear me?
Yeah.
And can we
No, I was.
we're gonna get started in just a sec. And we're not interested. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just start playing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna start playing. Shalom is real. This is the Israelite School of UPK. Start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. I'm not the Zab Officer 50, ISUPK Sacramento, and tonight is Wednesday night law class. You understand? We're gonna get into Israel being punished for not keeping the law. We're gonna get into what Moses said the Most High said was gonna happen if we do keep the law, and we're gonna get into what he said was gonna happen if we don't keep the law. You understand? We're gonna get into the but if you don't. You understand? So, right now, because right now in our nation, like our people, we don't know that we the Israelites. Like the scripture said, it said we're gonna discontinue from our heritage, and in us discontinuing from our heritage, you understand, we destroyed for a lack of knowledge, like Hosea 4:6 say. You understand? Because we don't know who we are, we think that we can live an alternative lifestyle. We think that we can do what we want to do. You understand? And us not knowing who we is, we on drugs. And us not knowing who we are, we have abortions. And so we commit adultery. You understand? We smoke weed. We do all these things because we don't know that we got laws against us. We don't know that the Most High chose us to be holy. You understand? He chose us to be separate. And the word holy means to be separate. He chose us to be separate from all these other nations. So even though they might do these things, when you black Hispanic or so-called black Hispanic and Native American Indian, because we know we're not actually that, you know what I'm saying? That's a byword, you know what I'm saying? But when you so-called black Hispanic and Native American Indian, you know what I'm saying? The Most High expects something from you. You understand? You can't just do what you want to do. The Most High expects you to act a certain way. He expects you to have a certain spirit. You know what I'm saying? This is your whole duty as a man. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get Deuteronomy 27:1, and we're gonna get into it. Oh, slack it. Slack it. So, yeah, like I said, when you black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, it's a certain requirement that has to be that the Lord requires. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get Deuteronomy 27:1. You know what I'm saying? Deuteronomy chapter 27, verse 1. And Moses, elders of Israel, commanded the people, saying, natural ice. Yeah. I'm gonna read Deuteronomy 27:1. And Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command unto you this day. You understand? So this is Moses with the elders, and they got all the Israelites, and they told them to keep all these commandments that I command you this day. You understand what I'm saying? You got a lot of people that's trying to be Moses. You understand? You got a lot of people that's trying to save black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of old people who trying to save black, or so-called elders that's trying to save black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. But you know what they're not doing? They're not doing what Moses and these so-called elders did. You understand? They're not telling us to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? Keep all, not just some of them, to keep all of them. You understand what I'm saying? That's where they err, man. And in them not doing that, that you get a lot of black people following them, think that they have a solution, when in all actuality they don't have a solution. You understand? That's why Malcolm X tried to get black people out of this slavery. You understand? He tried to make you worship another god, Islam, and what happened? He got killed. You know what I'm saying? And all he did was push more black people into making the Most High jealous. You know what I'm saying? Being in different religions. You understand? Martin Luther King tried to do the same thing. He tried to save black people. You understand? Marcus Garvey tried to save black people. The Black Panthers tried to save black people. You understand? A lot of these so-called elders or older people, you understand, they try to save black people, but what they failing to do and failing to realize is that we are God's chosen people. You know what I'm saying? And just like Moses and the elders told us in the wilderness to keep all these commandments, that's what we have to do. You know what I'm saying? That's the only solution. If you got leaders or anybody that's got a voice or got some type of notoriety or power, and he not telling you to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, you not following the right person, man. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to somebody that's telling you like what the scripture say, what Jesus Christ, Yahushua in the Hebrew say, he said, "He that teaches men to break these laws shall be least in the kingdom." You know what I'm saying? These Christian pastors and these religious leaders and all these people that got a voice in the Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, they telling you to break God's laws. They telling you to not keep God's commandments. You know what I'm saying? You got some Christians saying you got to keep 10 laws. You got other Christians saying that the laws are done away with. You understand? You got some Christians saying, come as you are. None of that's in the Bible. When you Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, there is no such thing as alternative lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And what we got to stop doing is listening to all these people that voice. We got to stop listening to Steve Harvey. And all that. He a damn comedian. What you listen to him for? You know what I'm saying? He making books talking about some think like a man, act like a woman. You know what I'm saying? So now you get into it with your woman every day because he coming out with books coaching your woman on how to be a dragon. You understand what I'm saying? You need to stop listening to these entertainers. You know what I'm saying? You need to stop listening to these politicians or anybody that you think have a voice in the Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian. Especially if they had a voice for over 60 years. You know what I'm saying? What the hell you been doing for over 60 years? You ain't accomplished nothing in the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what we got to start questioning, man. When they not telling us to keep these laws, you got to question that. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to read that again. And Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day. You understand? We got to keep all the commandments that he commanded us to keep to this day right now. If you Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, you have to keep God's laws. You understand what I'm saying? You have to. Ain't no other way. There ain't no other option. You know what I'm saying? The only way out is in a box if you're not keeping these laws. That's the only way. You understand? And then when you come back, because reincarnation is biblical, it is real. You know what I'm saying? When you come back, you still going to have to keep these laws. You understand what I'm saying? But my whole point is bringing this out was that we don't got, even though you got a lot of people trying to be Moses, and a lot of people that think they elder because they've been in NAACP for 30 years and all that, they not teaching Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians that we got to keep all these commandments. There's 613 commandments in the Bible. We got to keep all of them. They not telling our people that. You understand what I'm saying? So now I'm going to drop down to Deuteronomy 28 and 1. Saying Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1. So now I'm saying, now we're going to get into if you do keep the commandments. So we got Moses and the elders telling the Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians to keep all these laws, statutes, and commandments. So now we're going to get into if you do keep them, what's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into if you do keep these commandments, is it an actual solution in the Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian community? You understand? Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently into the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what's going to happen if you do keep these commandments. I'm going to read it again. He said, we shall be what? God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. So if you keep these laws, statutes, commandments, you're going to be above all nations on this earth. You know what I'm saying? If you diligently hearken into the voice of the Lord thy God, know what I'm saying? Yahweh in the Hebrew, you gonna be, if you black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, you gonna be above all nations on this planet. And nation is another word for nationalities. You know what I'm saying? Nation, nationality, it's the same thing. He's saying we gonna be above all these people, man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be above all these people. You know what I'm saying? When they doing international trades and they talking about commerce and all that, and they talking about stocks and all that, you know what I'm saying? Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians gonna be the ones that's running that show. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be the ones that own the banks. We gonna be the ones that own Hollywood. We gonna be the ones that own everything that your oppressor own. You understand? If we keep these laws, statutes, commandments, and not only that, you know what I'm saying? If you being above every nation, that meaning that you ain't gonna be number one for AIDS. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have homosexuality running rampant in your community. You understand that? You ain't gonna have no whores. You know why? Because you're not gonna have no whoremongers. It wouldn't be no whores if it wasn't no whoremongers. You understand what I'm saying? Everything that you see today in our community, there will be no such thing if we keep these laws. You understand? You ain't gonna have to worry about drug dealers selling your mom money. You ain't gonna have to worry about getting some money and somebody coming to rob you. You ain't gonna have to worry about black on black crime. You understand? You ain't gonna have to worry about that. You ain't gonna have to worry about Mr. Steal Your Girl. You ain't gonna have to worry about nobody sleeping with your woman. You understand? If you keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, I'm gonna read that again. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations. You know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King tried to make you equal to these nations. He tried to make you equal to the same people that was oppressing you. You understand what I'm saying? And he was a Christian. And that's why you got to understand that Christianity has nothing to do with this book, man. It ain't got nothing to do with this book. Because meanwhile, while he trying to make you equal to the people that's murdering you every day, you understand, these scriptures say, if we keep these laws, we're going to be above them. You know what I'm saying? But he tried to come and integrate. You know what I'm saying? That's not scripture, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to drop down to 15. So now we're going to get into the stipulation. If you don't. But if you don't keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, if you want to live lawless, you understand? We're gonna get into it. Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. So if you don't decide that you're gonna listen to the Most High, if you decide that you want to do whatever you want to do, you know what I'm saying, whatever make you happy, whatever make you feel good, we're gonna get into it. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So if you don't listen to the Most High, you know what I'm saying, Yahweh in the Hebrew, all these curses in this book gonna come upon you and overtake you. You understand? What do it mean to be overtaken? You understand? You ever seen somebody overtaken with grief? Meaning that they can't stop crying, they can't stop being stressed out. You understand? Or you ever seen somebody in a UFC match and he in a headlock? You know what I'm saying? He overtaken by that by not being able to breathe. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's basically what they're saying. He said, I command thee this day that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. You know what I'm saying? We already know. Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, we cursed in the city. You know what I'm saying? They murdered George Floyd for so-called having a fake $20 bill. You know what I'm saying? That double put his knee on his neck for 8 minutes while he was face down in cuffs. You understand? Trayvon Martin was walking home with a bag of Skittles in Arizona, Salaki if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Minding his own business. A double came out the house and murdered him. You know what I'm saying? In his own city. You know what I'm saying? All these Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians getting killed. This happens in their own city. You know why? Because that's a curse from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? He said if you don't keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be cursed. All these curses are going to come upon you. You understand? That's how black people in America know we're not Africans. You understand? That's how we know that we're not Africans. You know why? You know how I know? Because Africans don't go through what black people go through. You know what I'm saying? They ain't cursed in their city. You know what I'm saying? They not cursed in their city. They can come to America and they get grants from the government to start businesses. You understand? And all that. They come over here, they open up restaurants, they open up storefronts, they do whatever they want to do in the black in so-called African Americans community. Africans do that. But you can't go to Africa and start no business. They ain't gonna buy nothing from you. You understand what I'm saying? That's how I know that that's how we know in ISUPK that black people is separate from Africans. We not the same. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have nothing to do with them. You know what I'm saying? Because we cursed in our city, like these scriptures say. We cursed in our city. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got brothers on the corner selling dope every day, selling weed. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make a living. You got sisters on the corner in their own city and everybody else's city selling their body. You know what I'm saying? You got pimps selling women. You know what I'm saying? Because we cursed in our city. No matter what city you go to in America, if it's a black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian community, you gonna go there and you gonna see that we cursed. In some of our communities like Richmond, you know what I'm saying? When people start shooting, when brothers start shooting, the police gotta wait till the shooting stop. They scared to even come. You know what I'm saying? That's being cursed in the city, man. That's being cursed in your own city, man. And I'm gonna read it again. And cursed shall thou be in the field. You know what I'm saying? Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, we cursed in the field. They got Hispanics right now, you know what I'm saying, who they trying to build a wall for, who they already built the wall for. They got them on fields picking watermelons, cherries, and plums, and all these vegetables and fruits for 10 cents an hour. You know what I mean? Not 10 cents an hour, but like a couple dollars an hour. You understand? That's what they doing to our brothers and sisters, man. Taking advantage from them because they don't have a green card on the land that's already theirs, that they was robbed from. You understand what I'm saying? We cursed in the field. You know what I'm saying? But then you got some brothers and sisters that make it out and they get a big house, and you know what I'm saying, they get the big BMW or big Benz, and they get the 401k, and they get all this stuff and make it out. But they don't understand that they still a slave, and they don't understand that they still can't escape these curses. You know what I'm saying? They think just because they pay a mortgage on a house, you know what I'm saying, they buy a house, that it's theirs. No, I mean, it's yours, but you have to pay property tax for your house being on that land because you don't own the land. You understand? You own the land, so you ain't escaped nothing. You still cursed in the field too. You understand what I'm saying? Because you don't own that land. Black people, black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians don't own land. We cursed in the field. You know what I'm saying? They got our brothers out there in the hot sun 12, 13, 14 hours a day for chump change, man. You understand what I'm saying? They doing this 30, 40 years at a time. Face wrinkled because they've been in the sun for so many years. All day, every day. You understand? That's cursed in the field. We're going to be cursed in the city and in the field. You understand what I'm saying? That's why we getting murdered every day. And these is the curses that only came upon black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian. These curses didn't go on nobody else. You know why? Because God didn't choose them. You know what I'm saying? God didn't choose them to keep all his statutes and commandments. You understand? Moses and the elders wasn't talking to everybody after they got out of the wilderness. You understand what I'm saying? Because if they was, you will see Africans getting murdered like black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? You will see Africans getting hung on trees like black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? They will be trying to build a wall for Africans and Chinese and Elam. Because when you look it up, they trying to build a wall for Hispanics, but when you look it up, the biggest illegal immigrants is Chinese. The East Indians, they the biggest illegal immigrants in America when you look it up. You understand? But they're not trying to build a wall for them. You know why? Because they know that you guys chosen people, and they hate you for it. You understand what I'm saying? And you know why? Because we don't keep God's law, statutes, and commandments. So we've been punished for it. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we got to understand as a people. So I'm going to jump down to Deuteronomy 28 and let me see. Okay, yeah, I'm going to jump down to Deuteronomy 28 and 32. You understand? Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given into another people. You know what I'm saying? If you black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, you trust me, you experienced this. Even if you didn't experience it, man. You understand? In 1611, black, Hispanic, and so-called African Americans, Jamaicans, and Haitians, you know what I'm saying, came to the Americas, the West Indies, South America, North America, via the transatlantic slave trade. You understand what I'm saying? And after the transatlantic slave trade, we got separated from our families. You understand? We got put on auction blocks and they sold us to the highest bidder. You know what I'm saying? They sent the kids one way and they sent the family, they sent the mom and the dad one way. You know what I'm saying? We were separated from our children. And we ain't even got to go that far back in history. You can go right now. You can go to the border in Mexico right now. You know what I'm saying? And what you gonna see, you gonna see kids separated from their parents. You know what I'm saying? The sons and daughters separated from their mom and dad. You understand? You know why? Because this is a curse in the Bible. It ain't happening to nobody else. This don't happen to nobody else. I'm going to read it again. Deuteronomy 28:32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given into another people. Thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in thine hand. Yeah, now your sons and daughters are going to be given into another people. You know what I'm saying? It was two stories that came out said they lost 1,500 people 1,500 children at the border twice. You understand what I'm saying? Twice. They're already separated from their family, but you mean to tell me you lost 1,500 people twice? You understand? This is a wicked kingdom, man. This is a wicked, disgusting kingdom. You understand what I'm saying? And it said this is how you gonna feel about that. When you find that out and you going through that, this is how you gonna feel about it. And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. You know what I'm saying? After they separated us from our kids, our eyes fail with longing for them all the day long. Meaning that, man, we wanted to physically see our kids so bad. You know what I'm saying? But we couldn't because they were sold to the highest bidder on another plantation. You understand what I'm saying? Because you didn't pick enough cotton. You know what I'm saying? Or you looked at a so-called white woman, which you ain't never did. You understand? It was sold to the highest bidder. They separate black. I mean, they separating Hispanic children right now at the border, and their eyes fail them when longing all day long to see their children, and they can't see their children. You understand what I'm saying? That's horrible. And there shall be no might in thine hand, meaning that you're not gonna be able to do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? They gonna tell you that you an illegal immigrant. You know what I'm saying? On your own land, they gonna take your children from you, give them foil blankets and a dog kennel to sleep in. You know what I'm saying? And you there shall be no might in your hand, meaning that you're not gonna be able to do nothing about it. You understand? Because you being governed by a demon. I mean, you being governed by a devil. You understand? You got your oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians got to understand. You know what I'm saying? They don't get what it say. They shall neither regard the young or old. I'm gonna get that in a second. But that's what we got to understand. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this is how you know black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians are God's chosen people. Because we the only one that suffer this. We the only one that suffer all this going on. You know what I'm saying? So let me get okay, I'm gonna jump down to 36. Deuteronomy 28:36. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which is neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there thou shalt serve gods, wood and stone. I'm sorry, serve other gods, even wood and stone. You know what I'm saying? That wood and stone that it's talking about is talking about you being involved with Christianity and you will be involved with Islam. You know what I'm saying? Look up black stone right now on your phone in Mecca. It's a black stone that's gonna pop up that they worship over there in Mecca. They call it Allah. You understand? I know they try to say Allah mean God, but that don't mean God. You know what I'm saying? Allah is a word in Hebrew that it means power. That's all it means. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that Islam is this rock. You go look up the rock in Medina, rock in Mecca right now. It's gonna be a black rock in the middle of this big square called the Kaaba. You know what I'm saying? And all Muslims make their pilgrimage around the Kaaba. I think every year or every couple years or something like that to prove that they real Muslims. And they make they pilgrimage around that Kaaba and they kiss that stone. You understand? They kiss that stone so much, just like millions of people kissing that stone, that people catching herpes from kissing it. You understand? But that stone that they kissing is in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And this Bible saying that that's another God. That's why Malcolm X failed You know what I'm saying? Trying to get black people out of this poverty that we going in, out of this oppression that we in. You understand? That's why he fell, because he tried to get you to worship another God. You understand? That the Most High said don't serve. You understand? And that cross, that wood, that's that cross that they talking about. You understand what I'm saying? I know you see a lot of people that they wear crosses, and you know what I'm saying, as soon as something starts seeming bad in their life or something going on, they take the cross and they kiss it. Please God, please. They think it's God. You know what I'm saying? That's not God. You know what I'm saying? That's a piece of wood. That's like me. And then look, this is the thing about it. Because what you don't know is Christ was a black man, and he died on the cross. I know you know that part. But this the thing. That's like me getting a noose and making it into a chain. And then every time something bad can happen, or I'm feeling bad, I kiss it. Man, please God. But you understand what I'm saying? Like, they killed Christ on the cross. So why are y'all representing that cross like it's something that should be represented? That would be symbolic to me getting a noose or a bullet, because I got people who died from bullets. You understand what I'm saying? It makes no sense, man. But what you doing is you provoking the Lord and you serving another God. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord said don't make no graven images or none of that. You know what I'm saying? But that's why Martin Luther King failed, man, because he tried to get you to worship another God. He tried to get you to hold the people's hands that's killing us. That's the problem. Everybody that got a voice is giving us some type of voice. You know what I'm saying? They not help. They don't have no solutions for you for you if you black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian. You know what I'm saying? Because all they want to do is join hands with the same people that murder you, man. The Most High said if you keep these laws, though, you're going to be above everybody. You ain't going to have to join nobody's hand out of fear. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what we got to understand. That wood and stone is talking about other gods, and it's in the Bible. You understand what I'm saying? And verse 37, and thou shalt become an astonishment. You know what I'm saying? You shall become an astonishment. You know what I'm saying? This person that's supposed to be a king, you understand? This person that's supposed to be a princess, you're going to become an astonishment. You understand? You're going to be in a ghetto somewhere on crack because your oppressor, your enemy, put it in your neighborhood and got you strung out. You understand? You're going to be in prison somewhere. You understand? This is what happens when you don't follow the Most High. We'll read it again. Thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword. You understand? Among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. Now I'm saying a proverb and a byword. What's a proverb and a byword? You understand? We know what a byword is: African American, Negro, Afro American. You understand? Black. These are all bywords. You know why? Because that's not your nationality. You understand? You can't be black because that's a color. You know what I'm saying? You can't be African American because those are two white people names. You know what I'm saying? Scipio Africanus conquered Africa and he named it after himself. You know what I'm saying? Leonardo Vespucci, what's his name? No, Scipio, what's his name? Oh yeah, Amerigo Vespucci. You know what I'm saying? That's his name. He conquered America and he named it after himself. So, like I said, them two white men names. So how can you be African American when those are two white people names? You understand? You can't be Afro American. You understand what I'm saying? So who are you really? If you so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, you know what I'm saying, Haitian, Jamaican, you know what I'm saying, all the way to South America and the West Indies, North America, what is your real nationality before you became a byword? You know what I'm saying, to these other nations, or before you became a nigga? What's your nationality? And when you do that research and you look it up, you know what I'm saying, or you watch ISUPK, you're gonna find out that if you so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, you God's chosen people, man. Like you the Hebrews of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You the Israelites, because Hebrew is a language. You the Israelites of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You who this Bible is about from front to back. That's what these Christian pastors not telling you. You understand? Because as soon as you find that out, you're going to read Deuteronomy and you're going to see, oh, damn, the Lord requires something from me. You understand? And if I don't meet those requirements, I'm being disobedient. And if I'm being disobedient, I will get chastised and I will get punished like a father does his children. You understand? That's what you're going to find out. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to get out of those churches. You know what I'm saying? Then you're going to get out of those churches. And you a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. That's why all these nations don't give a damn about black people. You understand? That's why they call you what they want to call you. You understand? They treat you how they want to treat you because you ain't nothing but a byword. You ain't nothing but an astonishment to them and a byword. You know what I'm saying? They looking like, damn, these the people that built America. They look like drug addicts and gangbangers and drug dealers to me. All they do is rob people and go to prison. You understand? That's what they think of us. Okay. So now I'm gonna jump down to 48. I'm gonna go to Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies. Hold on, we're gonna serve who? Who is black people serve? Who is so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians serving right now? Because you for sure serving somebody right now. You understand what I'm saying? You serving your oppressor, the so-called white man. And what the Bible call him? Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies. We serving our enemies right now, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we serving right now. Which the Lord shall send against thee. The Lord sent them against us, though. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High said, if you don't want to serve me, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to keep these laws, statutes, commandments. And because he said, keeping these laws, I think 1 John 2 and 3, or 3 and 4, one of the two, it said, keep the commandments. His commandments is not grievous. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to keep these commandments, man. You know what I'm saying? The Most High said, if you don't follow me and keep these commandments and you don't want to serve me, I'm going to make you serve your enemy. I'm going to send your enemies against you. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what's happening right now. The Lord shall send thee, Salakia. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness. You know what I'm saying? In hunger and thirst and in nakedness. The clothes on your back, the food you eat, the stuff you drink, you got to get this all from your enemy. You know what I'm saying? What a Chinese man doing selling black people chicken? You know what I'm saying? What an African store doing in the black community? What an East Indian store doing in the black community, man? You understand what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. But this is the type of stuff that's happened to us because we disobeyed the Most High. And in want of all things, yeah, no matter what you want, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have to get it from your enemy. You understand? And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. You know what I'm saying? That yoke of iron, if that actually happened, you can't tell me the Bible ain't real. Look up slave pictures on Google and then go to images. You know what's gonna pop up? An image gonna pop up with a so-called African American man. You know what I'm saying? With a yoke of iron on his neck. It said they're gonna put a yoke of iron on your neck until they have destroyed thee. You know what I'm saying? That actually happened to black people. You know what I'm saying? They put a yoke of iron on our neck until we was destroyed. When was we destroyed? You know what I'm saying? When we forgot who we was. You know what I'm saying? We forgot we was the people of this book in slavery because they beat us so much. You understand that? Like a lot of times they tell you that a slave couldn't read in slavery. You know what I'm saying? But a black man, he built the whole blueprint to Washington D.C. You know what I'm saying? Laid the whole foundation out of Washington D.C. So how we weren't able to read and write, but we was able to read graphs and stuff like that. You understand? What they're not gonna tell you is we was able to read and write. You understand? Because you needed to know how much cotton needed to be picked and how much cotton you picked today. You understand? How much grain you picked? How much? You know what I'm saying? You need sugar cane. You need to know all this stuff. You understand? So you can read and write, but what they're not gonna tell you is that what they really was doing is they wouldn't allow you to read this Bible. You understand? They put that yoke of iron on our neck till we was destroyed, meaning that we didn't know who we was. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know who he was. So what happened was, after Abraham Lincoln made the 13th Amendment, you know what I'm saying, he didn't free the slaves. He didn't free the slaves. What he did was they realized that they don't remember who they is anymore. They don't remember that they Israelites. You understand? They destroyed. They Christians now. So you can take that yoke of iron off. You know what I'm saying? You can take the actual chains off of them because we got to mentally change now. So they took those chains off because we was destroyed. You know what I'm saying? He didn't actually free nobody. And then on top of that, he made the 13th Amendment stating that if you commit a crime, you a slave again. So you know what they did? Man, boom. They said if you look at a white man, a white woman in his face, that's a crime. They put you in jail. You spit on the ground, that's a crime. They put you in jail. You understand what I'm saying? You out past late, you know what I'm saying? They put you in jail. If you moving around with more than 5 people, you know what I'm saying? They put you in jail. They made so many laws, you know what I'm saying, just to put you back in bondage. You know what I'm saying? This to put you back in slavery. Meanwhile, in 2020, there's more brothers locked up than there was actual slaves. You know what I'm saying? In the 1800s, it was close to 900,000 slaves. Now in 2020, it's over 2.1 million black people incarcerated. It's the same game called by a different name. You know what I'm saying? We still slaves. We ain't free. And then the people that think they free, you know what I'm saying? You got to work 40 to 50, 60 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? A week just to feed your family. You ain't got time to be thinking about being oppressed. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't got time. You forgot. You understand? You forgot you was being oppressed. You forgot that the Lord sent your enemy against you, like the scripture said. You understand what I'm saying? But we got to get back to it. We got to keep these laws. We got to understand this. Laws are good, man. You understand? It's not good to live a lawless life. You understand what I'm saying? It's not good to live a lawless life. Like they got cars. It's over 100 laws on how to drive a car. You got to use your blinker. You know what I'm saying? You got to turn your lights on at night. You got to come to a complete stop at a stop sign. You got to wear your seatbelt. And you know what all these laws is for? You understand? All these laws is for your protection. It's the same thing with this Bible, man. If you black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, these laws in this book is for your protection. You understand? These laws, because if you had laws against homosexuality, wouldn't nobody in our community have AIDS? Because you do know the black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian community, we #1 in the whole world for AIDS. Even though it's more white people that's gay, we #1 for AIDS. That's crazy, huh? You understand what I'm saying? But if we had laws against that, you know what I'm saying, and we didn't listen to the people that hate us, our enemy, you know what I'm saying, on what we can and can't do, if we had laws against that, there would be no AIDS running rampant in our community. You know what I'm saying? If we had laws against you sleep on brother wives, there would be nobody committing adultery. You understand? If you had laws against people sleep on animals, there would be nobody sleeping on animals. You know what I'm saying? Raping and robbing and murdering. We got laws against everything you can think of. You understand? But the thing is, we don't know that we these people with this book. You understand? We don't know that our ancestors was raw. You know what I'm saying? We don't know that. We don't know that we serve an actual God, a living power. You understand? That gave us laws. You know what I'm saying? This is what separates us from all these other nations. In Deuteronomy 7:6, when it say, holy unto the Lord thy God, the Lord thy God chose you to be a special people to himself. He's not saying it because you are at basketball and you are of sports and inventions. He's saying it because he gave you these laws, man. You know what I'm saying? These other nations don't have laws against the same. Like in China, they eat anything. You know what I'm saying? They eat turtles, shrimp, crab, lobster, pork, clams, oysters. They eat whatever they can get their hands on. If it moves, they eat it. That's their slogan out there. You know what I'm saying? But we got laws against that. But you living in America, being under your oppressor, you eating hot dogs and hamburgers and, you know what I'm saying, shrimp, crab, lobster, pork, chitlins. You know what I'm saying? You eating all this stuff, and then now we #1 for diabetes, high cholesterol, overweight, obesity. We #1 for all these things in the whole world. You know why? Because the Lord gave us certain things that we can and can't eat, and there's certain things we can and can't do. He requires something from you, so when you don't do that, you're gonna get punished for it. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we gotta understand. I'm gonna go to 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. You know what I'm saying? The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far. Man, they came from afar to get us from Africa. Even though we not from Africa, we was Israelites living in Africa. You understand? It's the same. It's the same thing. If you go to China, a million of us go to China. You know what I'm saying? We ain't from China. We just living in China. You know, so it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? That's why Africans sold us in the first place, because they knew we wasn't the same people. You understand what I'm saying? And the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. You understand? The Most High brought these people from afar to destroy us and oppress us. They came from afar. And it said, as swift as the eagle flieth. You know what I'm saying? What's America's symbol? This how you identify who America is. What's America's symbol? America's symbol is the eagle. If you got $1 right now, you could look on the back of that dollar, and you know what's going to be on there? the eagle. You know what else is also on there? The pyramid. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into that in a second. But the eagle is on the back of the dollar. When if you go to any federal court, any state court, and you look at that flag, guess what's on top of that flag? An eagle. You understand? When they went to the moon, what did they say? They said the eagle has landed. You know why? Because that's their symbol. You understand? So what did the Most High say about that symbol? From one end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. You know what I'm saying? This scripture is identifying America, man. This was the nation that that the Most High had brought against us. And he said this nation is our enemy. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Right. Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. Yeah, they shall not regard the person of old or show favor to the young. And this nation did exactly that. They killed Tamir Rice. That dude was only 11 years old, 12 years old. Murdered him in 3 seconds. Police seen him with a cap gun. You know what I'm saying? With an orange tip, he bounced out in less than 3 seconds and filled that little brother with bullets. You understand? You know why? Because they don't care if you're young or old. You know what I'm saying? I seen a video where they slammed somebody's grandmama on the ground, made her pee on herself and all that, used the bathroom on herself and all that. You understand? You know why? And she was old. She was somebody's grandma. You know why? Because they don't care about you being young or old. They can give a damn about that. You know what they do know? That you their enemy. That's how they gonna treat you. You understand? Verse 51. No, matter of fact, I'm gonna go to okay, so I only go to 64. Okay, so this another curse, Salakia. Deuteronomy 28:64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even to the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. I'm saying it's saying the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even to the other. You know what I'm saying? We scattered after we ran from Jerusalem in 70 AD. You understand? From Titus and Pompey, or whatever his name is, Slovakia. You know what I'm saying? We ran into Africa. We was fighting with them the whole time we was in there for like 1,000-some years. We was fighting with them Africans. Eventually, our oppressor, the so-called white man, he found out that we was over there, and he came, got the slave ships from the Arabs. You know what I'm saying? After the Arabs already was selling us off and taking us back to Arabia. You know what I'm saying? Taking our women back to Arabia, taking our young men back to Arabia. Basically, you know what I'm saying? We came all the way over to America, South America, North America, West Indies. You know what I'm saying? The Most High scattered us. You know what I'm saying? He scattered us among all people. That's what he did. You know what I'm saying? That's a curse that he put on us. And he said, there we gonna serve other gods, even wood and stone. Yeah, we're gonna go into all these other nations, and we're gonna be Christians and Muslims. You understand? And that's what the Most High don't want you to be. He wants you to serve him, man. He don't want you to be religious. You know what I'm saying? Religion is man-made. This Bible ain't man-made. This is the word of God. You understand what I'm saying? And among these nations thou shalt find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot rest. Meaning when you get over here, you ain't gonna be able to find no ease. And, you know what I'm saying? The soles of your feet ain't gonna be able to rest. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to work 50 to 60 hours a week, you understand, just to feed your family. Or if you are so-called Hispanic, they will probably put you in the fields for 12 hours at a time to give you a couple dollars an hour. You understand? Meanwhile, they get millions of dollars off of your work. You understand? Your sole of your feet ain't gonna find no rest. You know what I'm saying? And the soles of black people's feet ain't found no rest. You understand what I'm saying? They ain't found no rest. But the Lord shall give thee, there a trembling heart and a falling of eyes and sorrow of mind. Yeah, you're going to have a trembling heart. You know what I'm saying? You're going to wake up, you ain't going to know what the hell you're going to eat, how you going to feed your family tomorrow. You ain't going to know if they're going to cut the lights off. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be homeless. You don't know if you even going to wake up tomorrow. You understand what I'm saying? This is the type of stuff that's going on in the black community. You're going to have failing eyes. Meaning that, you know what I'm saying, you ain't gonna be able to get or have anything that you actually need or want. You understand? Your eyes gonna see all this stuff, and you gonna see other people living good, and then your eyes gonna fail. You gonna be like, damn, man, I wish I lived like that. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I wish I didn't have to go to work 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I wish I owned a company, owned something I could pass down to my children. You understand? And a sorrow of mind. Yeah, you gonna have a sorrow of mind, man. You understand what I'm saying? You gonna have a sorrow of mind going through all these curses. It's not gonna be fun. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear. This is verse 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have no assurance of thy life. You know what I'm saying? Your life gonna hang in doubt every day before you. You understand? You ain't gonna know if police gonna pull you over and shoot you. You ain't gonna know if one of your brothers gonna shoot you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna know if you're gonna get hit by a bus randomly. You ain't gonna know so much stuff happened to black, Hispanic, and everybody. You just gonna be in doubt. You know what I'm saying? You gonna live a life without, like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna die, man. It don't matter anyways. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to raise my children. Oh well, man. You know what I'm saying? Your life gonna be in doubt every day. Let me read some more of it. And thou shalt have no assurance of thy life, meaning that you ain't gonna even know, you ain't gonna be sure if you gonna make it to see another day. You understand? When you black, Hispanic, Native American, I'm pretty sure you can vouch for these scriptures. You not sure if you're gonna make it to see another day or not. You ain't sure. You don't know. You understand? We live in some wild, poverty-stricken communities. You know what I'm saying? In verse 67, in the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even, and at even thou shalt say, would God it were morning, for the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for thy sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. Meaning that you're going to wake up in the evening and you're going to be like, damn, will I make it to see the morning? You're going to wake up in the morning and you're going to be like, damn, will I make it to see the evening? You know what I'm saying? Because of the stuff that you see around you, man. Because that you see every brothers every day, and all you know is they being murdered every day. You understand? Brothers that you didn't know from kindergarten, they being found dead in cars and at the club. You understand? Sisters being found kidnapped. You ain't gonna, if you black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian, man or woman, your life gonna hang in doubt. And when you living in these terms and conditions, when you living up under your enemy, because there's so much stuff that can take you out. You know what I'm saying? There's so much stuff that can take you out when you're not following these laws, statutes, and commandments, and you're not actually serving the Most High. So this is what we have to understand. You understand? Because this is the stuff that I'm reading. This is what's going on in our communities right now. You understand? This is what's going on. But your Christian pastor, it's like it. Your Christian pastor, he's just a prosperity speaker. You know what I'm saying? He just want to make you feel good. Even though you're going through hell Monday through Saturday. You know what I'm saying? You're going through hell Monday through Saturday. On Sunday, he wants you to feel good. He don't have a solution. He don't have no solution. He just wants you to come on Sunday and feel good for waking up to see another day. You know what I'm saying? Just come pay him for giving you this motivational speaking. You know what I'm saying? For giving you this prosperity. He just wants you to come pay him right quick. You understand? And he gonna make it sound so good. You're gonna come every Sunday. You understand what I'm saying? You're gonna go worship that God of wood. But what you gotta understand is, you doing that, there's no solution in singing and dancing. Because that's all the Christian church teaching. They're not teaching you the solution. They're not teaching you why this is going on. You understand? They're not teaching you none of this, man. But in ISUPK, the Commander General Yana, we teaching our people why this is going on, and we teaching them the solution. What the solution is. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to keep going. Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way by the way whereof I spake unto thee. How did black people get to America? I'm gonna read that again because it might warm up your head. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. How did black people get to America? With ships. You know what I'm saying? This is the transatlantic slave trade in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? It said that you can go into Egypt again with ships. If you're familiar with the Bible, you ever read the Bible, the Israelites, first off, they never went back into Egypt after the first time. You know what I'm saying? After Moses and them, we never went into Egypt again as slaves on ships. That's first. Number two, there's no water for you to even go to Egypt on a ship. It's 90 miles of land. Egypt is 90 miles away from Jerusalem. It's 90 miles. So how can you go there on ship? You know what I'm saying? So is the Bible contradicting itself, or is we reading this wrong? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're not understanding context. That's the problem. The Bible don't contradict itself. You just don't understand context. You understand what I'm saying? When it say you shall go into Egypt again with ships, it's talk. This is the transatlantic slave trade of Bible. You understand? This is talking us coming over here from Africa to America as slaves. You understand? The word Egypt is a Greek word which means Egyptos, which means bondage. You understand? Slavery. You understand what I'm saying? So the Most High said you can go into slavery again. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's saying. It's not saying you can go back to Egypt again, because we ain't never went back to Egypt. You know what I'm saying? And the real word for the name of that land that we call Egypt today is not called Egypt. It's called Mizraim. I'm saying one of Ham's grandsons. You understand what I'm saying? That's the real name of that land according to the Bible. Egypt is a Greek word which means bondage. The Most High said we're going to go back into bondage. You know what I'm saying? But this time it's going to be on slave ships. I'm going to read it again. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee. I'm saying, so we already got it. You know what I'm saying? There's 90 miles of land, so you can't go into Egypt on slave ships. And then when you read the Bible, we ain't never went back to Egypt after the first time. You understand what I'm saying? You know why? Because this scripture ain't talking about us, or talking about them at this time period. This is a future prophecy about Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians going on slave ships, you know what I'm saying, into other countries. You know what I'm saying? The first person to ever, the first tribe to even go on slavery, on slave ships, was the so-called Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying? The Bible they called Ephraim. You know what I'm saying? They went on to slave ships in 1492 back to Italy and Spain as slaves, 1,800 so-called Taino Indians. You understand? Only 300 survived that voyage, and your wicked oppressor, these demons and devils called it good business. You know what I'm saying? And then we went into slavery almost 170 years later in 1611. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you gotta understand. But you gotta understand is that everything that we went through in this country is in the Bible. You understand what I'm saying? This country, the Bible, and the ending of this country is going to end in thermonuclear warfare. That's also in the Bible. You understand what I'm saying? Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. Meaning that we're not going to be able to go to our homeland no more. You know what I'm saying? When we was in Africa, we was able to just walk back into Jerusalem, walk back into the Middle East. You understand? So-called Middle East. Now we so far, we all the way across the Atlantic, we can't go back to our homeland no more. You understand what I'm saying? And there ye shall be sold into your enemies. Man, we came to America and we were sold into our enemies. You understand? They put us on auction blocks and we was auctioned off to the highest bidder. You know what I'm saying? We were sold to our enemies. That's why they hung us on trees from city to city. That's why they was castrating brothers. That's why they was making jackets and shoes and purses and clothing out of your skin. That's why they was using your babies as alligator bait. You know why? Because only your enemy would do that. Your friend not gonna do that. You understand? And thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. It meaning ain't no man gonna buy is a old English word that means save. You know what I'm saying? No man gonna be able to save you, man. Like I said, Marcus Garvey tried, Malcolm X tried, Martin Luther King tried. You understand what I'm saying? The NAACP tried, Al Sharpton. You got all these Black Panthers, all these different dudes in different groups tried. You know what I'm saying? But the scriptures say no man gonna be able to save you. You know what I'm saying? The only people that's gonna be able to save us, the only person that's gonna be able to save us from this is us, by keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. And then he gonna send Christ, Christ gonna return, and he gonna actually save us. You know what I'm saying? His garment gonna be dipped in blood. You know what I'm saying? You know what that means? Meaning he's come back and he gonna slay all these other nations. You know what I'm saying? And the ones that don't die when Christ return, they gonna go into slavery under Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, and we gonna be in rulership. But the only way to do that and to be in rulership is if we keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. You understand what I'm saying? So with that, I'm going in the class. I'm saying Shalom, Yahweh Shemel, Shabbat, Yahweh Shemal, Adama Shemel, shout out all the sisters. I'm saying this is Wednesday night law class. Tomorrow is Thursday night scripture breakdown. Tune in. I'm saying ISUPK Sacramento. I'm saying with Shia Ward and ISUPK Oakland with Officer Kasar Pakad. I'm saying with that being said, Shalom.